Hey, what's up guys? It's Spectrum back here with a brand new video review. This time we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Broly Full Power Super Saiyan Broly and the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Gogeta action figures from SH Figuarts. So let's get started. We got the packages here. Now before we get into it, you might be asking yourself, Spectrum, where's the music you normally have in your videos? And I decided to hell with it. This video is for you guys 100%. This is a thank you / I'm riding on the hype train of Dragon Ball Legends releasing Gogeta Blue and Broly into their game, as well as the 2-year anniversary for the film passed a couple of days ago. So yeah, I figured it was the perfect time to review these figures, seeing as I got these on Christmas Day, and I'm very excited to get into it. So we're gonna lay both of these guys down here just because this packaging is freaking huge, and I don't want to knock anything over. But we'll get into Gogeta's package first, just because it's the easiest. So yeah, alrighty then. Right here you have a nice product shot of the figure right there, looking very, very cool. But I think it's showing a little bit of shading, if I'm not mistaken, on the packaging there. What do you guys think? Anyway, you got the official stickering and all that stuff right there. Dragon Ball Super Broly, Tamashii Nations Bandai, Toei Animation, Funimation, you know, the whole 9 yards. On the side you got the name of the figure, and the name right here once again. Again, same thing as usual. On the side you got a few nice product shots of the figure once again. His screaming face right there. You have his shoulder pad and his muscles, because apparently that's a nice feature of this figure that is included. On the top you have a wraparound image that sort of goes right there, just like so. On the bottom you have a nice product shot of Gogeta smirking right there, looking really, really cool. And yeah, on the back you have a bunch of nice product shots right there, looking really, really cool as well. Somewhere in here it says Spectrum Reviews is awesome. And that's about it for this package, so let's get into Broly's packaging here. Let's go ahead and just set this right over here. Alrighty then, big boy time. You have a nice product shot right there, looking really, really cool. And I think this package's texturing is just a little bit different from the normal package texturing, if I'm not wrong. I think this one's just a little bit smoother. I don't know. Yeah, this one feels just a little bit more like a matte finish, and this feels more like a glossy kind of finish, even though they're not figures. I'm sure you'll get what I mean. But on the side you have a couple of nice product shots right there, looking really, really cool as well. The back of his head, you got him sort of smirking right there, and then you have his I forgot what the animal's name was, but the ear right there, the ear skirt. You have his scar, because apparently that's a nice feature that the figure includes. On the side you have the figure's name, and once again right here, you know, the same thing as usual. The packages are usually never different from each other. You have a couple of nice product shots in the bottom as well. Once again, the figure name right there. And then you have a bunch of nice product shots in the back. Somewhere in here it says Spectrum Movies is awesome. And yeah, that's about it for the packages. So let's get into the figures. Alrighty then, we're gonna go ahead and set Broly right there, and we're gonna take a look at Gogeta first. Alrighty then, he's looking really, really cool. I like him a lot. Yeah. Actually, let's lay him down so we can get the full focus on Gogeta right here for you guys. Let's see here. Paint's nice and clean overall. No splotching, no bleeding or anything like that. I will say though that this might have been able to use one more coat of yellow paint, but overall it's definitely not nearly as bad as everyone has said it, you know, is. Especially on my copy, I think these yellows match up pretty well. If you stare at it for long enough, you can be like, oh, you know, this is molded yellow plastic and this is painted, but like otherwise it looks really nice. Or actually this isn't, wait, let me see here. Oh yeah, it is molded yellow plastic. I thought it might have been painted because this is flesh colored, but no, it is definitely molded yellow plastic. But I think that's actually pretty impressive that they got it that close to a match, or of a match to you know, being painted on very dark smoky gray plastic there for you guys. But yeah, you have his little gauntlets right there, looking really cool. Got his sash, looking really, really nice. And this is a really nice and soft material. Like, this is softer than Goku's normal belts are, at least to me. Definitely like that a lot. And it looks like Laffy Taffy, or some sort of candy. But it matches up with his blue hair really well, in my personal opinion. I do like that a lot. You know, you got the nice musculature of the you know, the Saiyan figures that they normally do come with as well. The pants are nice and shaded, right there for you guys. Looking really, really cool. Do like that a lot. You can see a little bit of gray shading right in this area. And I believe the blue sections on the shins are shaded as well. I think it's a really light, a really, really light shading that they applied to it, but I think it's definitely shaded. Looking really cool. Also, because this looks slightly darker than this, if you can see that on camera. Let's see here. And, yeah, I think that's about it for this guy's, closer look slash aesthetics. So let's get into Broly. Let's lay him down right there. Alrighty, Broly, it's your turn, and this guy has shading all over him. I'm just gonna throw it right out there, and it looks really, really nice. You can see all in his chest right there. You have a little bit of, I want to say that's more like a peach colored slash orange shading right there. And then you have some darker shading as well all across his body. They went all out with this Broly, man. Like, he looks spectacular, and of course, you know, they have to, because this Broly comes with 3 faces and like 2 other pairs of hands. Like, what kind of, I mean, honestly, I wish that he came with a couple more faces and an energy effect, because this Broly, you know, he what is it called from Xenoverse 2, that his ultimate move, the Dragon's Breath? I don't know, but you guys know what I'm talking about, where he spits fire from his mouth. That was so freaking cool. That I wish he would have came with something like that, especially with how big his packaging is. Like, I feel like they could have fit that in there, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, you probably could have fit it. Let's see here. Like, I don't know. I feel like they could have made it work, you know? They could have put it behind him or something, because they do that sometimes. I don't think there's a lot of shading in the legs though, but you know, nice sculpted musculature. I'm not complaining too much about that. I'm not really shading. I'm not a shading maniac when it comes to my figures. Like, shading is nice and all, but like, at the same time, you know, if I don't know, I feel like, you know, if I'm good with the lighting and, you know, the photographing and stuff like that, I can make it work without shading. That's just me personally. You know, you have a lot of shading on the back as well. The little ear, I don't believe has any shading on it at all. I could be wrong, but I don't think it has any shading. Yeah, I'm not seeing any shading there for the ear, which that's okay. You know, once again, I don't need shading on my figures. You know, I know some people love that for their stuff, and I definitely like it when it's there, but just me personally, I don't need shading on my figures. That's just how I am. A little bit of shading in the face as well, right there on the jawline. All right, that's about enough for the aesthetics, so you guys know what time it is. Size comparison times comments. Here we have the full power Super Saiyan Broly and the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta action figure next to the armored Broly action figure from SH Figuarts. Here we have him next to the final form Frieza from SH Figuarts, aka the Resurrection F saga. And yeah, this guy is freaking tiny compared to them. I think this scaling is beautiful. I love it so much. I love seeing these 3 together. And yeah, I geek out so hard over this. Here we have them. Here we have them both next to the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan God / Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and I think this scaling actually works out pretty well. I do like this a lot, and yeah. And here they are next to the SH Figuarts Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, and I love seeing Goku and Gogeta at nearly the exact same height. I think that works out really well in my opinion. And last, but certainly not least, here we have them next to the SH Figuarts Final Battle Jiren action figure. And who do you prefer, Jiren or Broly? Me personally, I really can't frickin' choose. They're both just such good characters. I know the community vastly prefers Broly, and I completely understand why. But at the same time, like, I have a sort of personal connection to Jiren, so it makes it really hard for me personally. Also, I would love to see Jiren train Broly, or I would love to see them duke it out, just going full power at each other in the no realm. That would be so freaking cool in my opinion. Alrighty then, it's time to go over the accessories here, and we will start off with Broly's accessories just because he has the least amount of accessories, so I feel like it'd be easiest to do that first. Yeah, here is his screaming face, looking really, really nice, like right there. I do like that a lot. And he's just like Goku as to the face swaps and stuff like that. You just grab a piece of his hair. Let me see if we get that focus for you. Right here, just from either side, just like so. Pop that off. Grab the face. Pop that off as well. And then grab the other face, pop it on, and then rinse and repeat. There you go. Like that a lot. I'm probably going to keep this face for the rest of the review because it's probably my favorite face that he comes with. And then he also comes with this smirk face. Personally, I don't think Full Power Broly ever smirked in the movie. But I think this is like an homage to the, you know, the Z Broly, because he was really smirky slash really just plain bloodlusted evil. It was just really a vastly different character from the Broly that we have in canon. Personally, I would have liked this to be an actual gritted teeth face rather than a smirking face, just because this isn't this Broly, and I don't know. I mean, I can understand why they did it, but at the same time, it's like that's not accurate to the character. So like, why would they include that? You know. Yeah, he comes with two other pairs of hands. Here is one of his hands. They're nicely sculpted and shaded as well. There's very mild shading on them, I think. You can see that right across the back of the hand there. Looking really cool. It's a Ki Blast hand for you. Let's go ahead and pop this on him. And it's just like every other SH Figuarts ever. You just pop that off the double ball peg or the ball hinge, whichever it comes with. Pop in the other hand just like so. And there you go. Here's the converse for that same hand. Looking really cool. Shaded, I think, as well. Got the fingernails and stuff like that. Looking really nice. And then you have, I guess, more of a grabby kind of hand. And these look pretty cool also. Like those a lot. I'm going to pop this one on him. Again, just pop it off. Pop it on. For some reason, sometimes Broly's hands don't snap into place. Yeah, I think it, I mean, as long as it's not falling off, you know, you should be fine. And then, of course, the other hand for that same hand that I just showed you. Right there for you. And yeah, let's get these out of the way. Get to Gogeta's accessories here. Alrighty then, first thing we're going to go over is his extra head. Comes with a base form head, which looks really nice in my opinion. I do like this a lot. There's a little bit of paint bleed right there onto the forehead, but it really doesn't bother me all that much because it's really not that noticeable. And of course you can pop off his face. And oh, look at that. This is just a blue head repainted. But that's completely fine. I have no problems with that at all. Especially, you know, if it's cheaper for them to do that, that's fine. Yeah, comes with a little nice smirk face if I didn't mention that already. Like it a lot. And, yeah, so just pop his head off just like that. Now, for me personally, I usually can't pop his head on with the face on because of how the ball socket's designed. Yeah, see, the ball peg just goes right down. Let me try that one more time just to see. Yeah, see, it just goes down instantly. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I could do it if I really tried, but it's just easiest to pop this off. And then you can see the way, from the way that it's designed, you know, it does make it kind of difficult to actually pop it on. Because there's just not that much surface area to push down onto the ball peg and, you know, keep it in place, if that makes sense. Alright, and then you just pop on the face, and yeah, that looks freaking awesome. I love that. And then this matches the darker tones of his suit is really good as well. And then this matches the blue parts. So I think that works out really nicely. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this back off. I know I just popped it on. And we're gonna go ahead and do this. Gonna take off this face. Gonna pop this head back on this body. Just like that. Make sure it snaps. And yeah, let's show off the other two faces he comes with. He comes with his Kamehameha face. Right there, looking really nice. Do like that a lot. And we're gonna go ahead and pop this on him just like this. And that's how that looks right there for you guys. And I'm probably gonna keep that on him for the remainder of the review, just like so. And then he comes with his little smirk face. I like that a lot as well because it's just so, it's so Gogeta, you know what I mean? And it looks really nice. Alright, as for his extra hands, it's just your standard Goku hands. Got the Ki Blast hands here, aka the Spirit Blaster hands, if you're a Xenoverse player. So there's both of those for you right there. Nothing special, you know, it's just standard Goku stuff. The fighting style hands right there, looking really nice. Fighting style hands, once again, standard Goku stuff like I said. And then the Kamehameha hands, and that's all he comes with, no energy effects or anything. But, I'll be right back. If you have the Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku action figure and or the 1.0 base form Goku action figure, you should have one of these. And since he has the Kamehameha hands, I didn't know about this in my Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku review, so I didn't mention it. There's little grooves in the Kamehameha effect right there that you can stick his fingers in to where it's a more secure hold. And then his right hand goes on this, and then his left hand goes down here. So let's go ahead and show that off for you guys real quick. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, there we go. It should look something like this when you're done. And yeah, that's how that works. Alrighty then, moving on. Articulation times, head to toe. Here we go, from the head down. We'll go ahead and start with Gogeta first. Slave Broly right there. Alrighty then. So unfortunately, he cannot look up at all. And yeah, I'm gonna go over my one issue with this figure, and that issue is I wish this was some sort of soft plastic. That way you could articulate his head to actually look up a little bit more, and it would just give greater range of movement overall, and you know, for the head and the neck. But that's it. That's my only issue. He can look down about that far without the face coming off. He can look side to side. The neck is on the head is on a ball hinge, and then the neck is on a ball joint as well, so you can get a little bit of a movement out of that. Shoulders can do a full 360 just like so. The little shoulder pads are articulated. He has a butterfly joint that goes out that far. Not bad at all. And then the shoulders are on ball hinges. Has bicep rotation. Oh, shoulders go out that far. They go in that far. Bicep swivel right there. Double jointed elbows, which bend in that far. Not too bad. Wrists are on ball hinges. They swivel and hinge depending on however you have them configured. Just like that. And then as for the abdominal section, oh, I forgot. I do have one more qualm with this figure. You can extend it just a little bit, and then you crunch it forward that far, but there is some gapping, and then you crunch it back that far, and there's also gapping right there, and then you go side to side. There's just a lot of gapping when you articulate this joint, so you got to be really careful with your angling of your photos and stuff like that with this figure. But that's, I mean, not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely not the greatest. And then with both joints, he'll crunch forward that far, crunch back that far, and then side to side, and then you can rotate and stuff like that, obviously, at the waist and up here as well a little bit. Shoulder or legs can kick forward that far, kick back that far. You can do the full-on splits. Has upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees which bend in that far. Feet are on double ball pegs. They move down that far, move up that far. They can tilt and pivot and stuff like that, and then he has toe articulation as well. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and get into Broly. Gogeta looks so goofy just standing like that. Alright. Pretty much the same thing for Broly, except he doesn't have the abdominal section issues. He really can't look up that far. You can look down that far though, which isn't too bad. You can rotate side to side. You can do a little bit of pivoting just like so. The head is actually on a double ball peg instead of a ball hinge, and then the neck is on a ball joint as well. Shoulders can do a full 360. They can go out that far, go in that far. He has a pseudo butterfly joint which moves about just like so. Bicep rotation goes out that far but doesn't go in at all, which I don't understand why the Broly figures do that, but it's whatever. Double jointed elbows go in a little bit more than 90 degrees, but that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and lay him down. Wrists are on a double ball peg just like so. They have decent range of movement right there for you guys. As for the abdominal section, you can crunch forward that far at both points, crunch back that far at both points, go side to side, and you can rotate as well, just a little bit. I believe the bottom joint can rotate too, but it's really tight on mine. You can kick forward that far, kick back, let's get this out of the way, kick back not at all because his butt gets in the way, but the ear is articulated right here, and then, it goes into his butt, just like that. You can pretty much do the full-on splits. Wow, he really can do the full-on splits. Upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees, which go in that far. Feet move down. Up, not at all, which is actually kind of disappointing. Rotates, pivot, and then it has toe articulation as well. Final thoughts, comments, and concerns about these figures. Final thoughts, I do like these figures a lot. I even love both of these figures 100% through and through. But I just feel like if Gogeta's little puff piece around his neck was soft-ish plastic, this pose would be so much better because he could look up, he could really just crunch down a lot more with the Kamehameha, and he can get that full-on, you know, pose that he does in the movie going. But like aside from that, I really don't have any issues with these guys aside from the gapping in his abdominal section. I understand why this figure can't look up, most definitely, and I don't have an issue with that at all. You know, I'm not gonna hold it against it. I'm not gonna knock off any points or anything like that. Final verdict's gonna be, let's go with the 17 out of 20 for both of these figures. If you can find these figures for like $100 a piece, I think it's definitely worth it. And I know that these were like what, $60 when they probably came out. $100 now, it's a little bit steeper, but I'm happy with it personally. I have no regrets with these purchases at all. Anyway, that's about it for my reviews. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at spectrum.reviews. My Facebook link will be in the description below. And I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and happy holidays and happy new year. Yeah, I'm out. Peace.